I really like this wing. Oh my, because I'm dying. Now we come here to the rear. A cold start, so you guys can... No surprise. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So there's one question I often get asked ever since I got the Camaro, and that is, which car do I like better? Which one do I prefer? Either the Shelby Gt350 or the Camaro Zl1 1Le. So I thought, why not make a video, go over each car, tell you the things I like and what I don't like about each car, and then just give you my opinion on them. So first, I think we're gonna start off with the Camaro Zl1 1Le. Not in any particular order, not because I like that one better or because I'm saving the best for last. So first thing, let's start off with the cold start. So now that I have the car out, I can actually talk about it. So first I think I'm gonna start off with the exterior, tell you what I like and what I don't like about the exterior and how it looks, and then we can move on to the interior. So let's start off with the front of the car. Now I have to say, I absolutely love the front of this car. I don't think I can find anything wrong with it. It looks very aggressive, very menacing. I feel like if this car is right behind you and you see it in your rearview mirror, you're like, whoa, let me get out of the way. I really like everything about it, and especially that this is matte. So the 1Le's come with this matte, and then just the canards matte, this bottom splitter matte. I really like how that gives it contrast to the paint. Like I said, there's probably nothing here that I can say I don't like. It has a great aesthetic look to it. But if we move to the side, now the side profile, I'm a very, very big fan of. Again, it looks very aggressive, very menacing. It speaks to me. When I look at this, I'm just like, race car. Really, really do love it. Now these wheels I really like as well. So I mean, they're like a satin black finish. I really do like them. I'm a fan of black wheels, so I think they look really nice. I think they go with the car. I really like these tires. I know many people that own this car are not a fan of these tires, more because they daily it. I don't daily the car. I mostly drive it out on the track. If I take it out here and there to, like, I don't know, go out to eat with some friends or meet up for a car meet, it's not much. So I have no problems with these tires because my main focus is at the track, and they do the job exceptionally well. And these tires are the Goodyear Eagle Supercar 3Rs. Like I said, very good at the track, but not for daily, especially if it rains where you are. That just doesn't work. It's very dangerous. Now we come here to the rear. So this here is probably where I mostly dislike this car. So I'm a really big fan of this wing. I absolutely love it. The taillights, I know when I first got the car, I had said that I wasn't a fan of them, but they grew on me. So I like them now. Even though I like it, I have to say I don't love the rear of this car, but I mean, it's okay. I don't love it as much as the front, but I do think it's nice. These exhaust tips I like so much better than OEM. I mean, obviously. So this has the AWE catback track edition exhaust, and I love these black diamond tips. I really think that it really ties in the look together with just the black and these like dark accents with the wheels and everything. So I really do like it. So overall, I'd say that I really like how the car looks. It's very aggressive and menacing, which is exactly what I like in a car. So now let's go into the interior. So let's move on to the interior of the car. So I do like how it has just the Alcantara. I really do like that. I'm a huge fan of Alcantara. Now these seats, so anyone that would look at these seats would say, wow, they look pretty comfortable. These seats are not comfortable, at least for me. I don't know why. I was really hoping that they would be. The reason I think it is because they don't have that much cushioning and they just feel kind of hard. I mean, they are heated and cool seats, so I guess that's why they don't have that much cushioning and you get that advantage. But honestly, I would have sacrificed not having heat and cooling, especially in a car like this, which, I mean, I'm gonna use it at the track, so I don't think I care about heat and cooling. It's a nice feature to have, but I would have opted out for it. And these things on the side are not that high. This doesn't even move that, like that's where it stops for both seats. I'm like, this is not even like a bucket seat. It should move a little bit further. So that's another thing that I don't like. It just doesn't really hold you that well on the track. I feel like it moves me a lot. So the seats, not a big fan of them. As far as the interior in this car, I have to say I absolutely love it. It has Alcantara in a lot of places, so I really do like the details. They actually took their time with this, with the red stitching, this pink lighting that you guys asked me so much. No, actually, let me turn on the car because I'm dying. So yes, this pink lighting, I know you guys have commented so much if this is something that added to the car. No, you can change the lighting. I just have it pink because I mean I like pink, my nails. But yes, I think the interior is very nice. Space here, it looks very limited. I don't know if you guys can actually tell here. Someone tall, I don't know how, I'm 5'5", so I don't know how someone tall would actually be able to fit here. When I'm here with my helmet, I feel like I'm barely touching the ceiling. As far as visibility, I know people complain, some people complain in this car doesn't have a lot of visibility. It's okay, it's not the worst, it's definitely not the best. So now let me move in the car and then I can just give you a little bit more feedback on how it drives on the street and on the track. So as far as driving goes, it's no surprise that out in the street this car is not comfortable whatsoever. It's a very harsh ride. You feel almost every single bump in the road. If it's a very bumpy road, then you're like like literally, if you're riding in a roller coaster, that's exactly how this car feels. And sometimes the road has been so bad that my head has actually hit the ceiling. Well, not the ceiling, I guess the roof. So my head has hit the roof. So yes, once again, back to my point, I don't know how someone tall would fit, but then again, I really haven't had a tall friend to actually get inside the car for me to test my theory out. But it's not comfortable whatsoever. I mean, sure, if you pick the right roads, some roads without any bumps, and you just, you know, plan your route, plan your way that day so the car can ride, you know, better, a little bit more comfortable, then yeah, why not? Personally, I don't mind it. I don't mind the bumpiness and the harsh ride just because I don't daily it. I'm pretty sure if I dailied it to work and it was just a bad area, then I'd be like, no, I do not want to drive this car every single day like this. So, I mean, it's just, you know, what you prefer. And once again, you could probably guess this, driving this car at the track is pretty much an absolute dream. It's just, you know, like, I don't know, it's probably one of the best track cars that I've drove up to this date for the price. It's phenomenal. It's just a beast at the track. I mean, it's stock except for the exhaust that I've installed right now. I did take it out when it was just completely stock and I was just in shock, like, wow, this car is really good just being stock. That first time that I took it out to the track, it was a favorable track for this one because it was a very high-speed track, high-speed turns, so it felt like a dream. The turns, everything felt very smooth. I've taken it more recently to another track that was just smaller and it had slower, tighter turns, and it just didn't feel as balanced, as flat as I would like to do. So that's why I'm working on the suspension now. So it has some pro and cons to it. I mean, just like every car, there's some tracks that are gonna favor it more and some tracks that are gonna favor it less, but this is just phenomenal at the track. So now a few other things when it comes to steering, I'd say that this car still, it's not the best with steering. I still feel like it has just a little bit of play, not much, just a little bit when you know, when you turn it somewhere. So it still has that little bit left of for it to be 100% responsive. Now shifting in this car, I really like it. Once I got in this car and I tried the shifter, I was just like, how come I've never tested or tried something like this before? It's not the best at downshifting. I still feel that sometimes I struggle with, and I have tried the auto rev match, but I mean, that's no fun, guys. It's not that fun for me, so I like doing it myself. I don't know, it's not the best for me, but it's okay. I think that's just probably a driver mod issue. Now that we're done with the Camaro ZL1, let's move on to the Shelby Gt350. First, let me get a cold start. I did move it earlier in, so I don't know, it's probably like an hour or two, so let's just see. But either ways, I'll give you guys a cold start. I definitely noticed a difference. So unfortunately, I think that's more like a warm start, but that's how it sounds. And I'm pretty sure you guys can hear me much better than with the Camaro, but this will still be annoying. So let me move the car out so and I can talk about it. Now I do have to say, because I know there's gonna be people that are probably gonna tell me this is not a GT350R, so why are you even comparing it with the Camaro ZL1? Yes, I'm well aware that this is not an R, this is just a Shelby GT350, but the point of this is because there's been many of you asking me to compare both of these cars. So that's why I'm doing this video. One more thing, because I know someone is gonna point this out as well, that the Shelby has been modded, so it has just a lot more mods than the Camaro that is pretty much stock. So it's not a fair comparison. You're not comparing them stock for stock. Yes, this isn't stock for stock, you're right, but this is how the car is now. So this is how I'm gonna talk about it. So this is the front. I absolutely love it. I think it's very aggressive, but not too much. It's aggressive, kind of like in a very smooth way, like the way the lines flow, the way the whole design and the whole unique flows, I think is very, very nice. I mean, I love absolutely everything. I love how they changed like the front grille, the front fascia. It's just so nice. It's so my style. I love this color combination with the black and the blue stripes. Nothing that I don't like about this. Oh yes, and I added this R-Rep splitter, and it has a carbon fiber finish. It's functional for the track. So not only does it look nice and just ties in the whole car together, but it's functional, which is what I look for. I love everything about it. I really do like just the overall shape of the car, just the body lines of it. I could just stare at this car. I could like probably just have a painting of it and be like, wow, just admire it so much. Now yes, these are aftermarket wheels that I added, and originally you know, stock ones are black. I thought I wanted black ones with the aftermarket ones. I'm really glad that I didn't choose that, because this color really makes it pop with the black. It really gives it a contrast and just separates the two, so I really like that. So these tires are the Goodyear Eagle F1 Supercar 3Rs. Once again, these tires are not recommended for daily driving. They're excellent for the track, which is exactly what I use this car for, and whenever I do a mod on this car, I just look for it to be the best performing at the track. Now if we walk here to the rear, I absolutely love it as well. I just like everything. Overall, I just like the front, the side, the rear, everything just ties in very well together. It's very smooth. There's nothing that stands out that it's probably like, oh, I don't know, it shouldn't be there. No, this is very nice. I really like this wing. Oh my, what is that? That's huge bug. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching that. I have like this phobia of bugs and insects, so but anyways, I really do like this wing, so I added it. This is the Gt350R rep wing, and it has the carbon fiber finish as well. So I really do like how this ties in with the front splitter, and not only does it give it more of a bit aggressive more aggressive look, but once again, it's functional for the track, which is the main purpose that I got that for. And I mean, it's just an added bonus that it just makes the car look even better. This doesn't have an aftermarket exhaust, it has a stock exhaust, so the tips are kind of sad, at least for now they are, until I get an exhaust for it. But yes, overall I think the car is very aesthetic. It's very pleasing to the eye. It's aggressive, but not like in your face, like, oh, I want to punch you. It's like kind of like in a classy way. All right, so now let's move on to the interior. Okay, so now we're going in the interior. It does have a little bit of Alcantara here. The rest is just, this is leather, and then this is just plastic, which it's okay. I really do like the Alcantara. You know, the plastic is okay. I guess for the price of this car, or anyone that looks at this seat would probably say, these seats look so uncomfortable. No, surprisingly they're not. So these seats are actually very comfortable. I do like driving with this car, and I don't really feel uncomfortable when I drive out in the street. They have plenty of cushion. I don't know if you can tell on camera. They're not heated and cooled, but once again, I don't really care for heated and cooled seats. They're actually comfortable, which is very surprising, because anyone that would see this, even myself, I thought they wouldn't be, but they are. And I like how this is just, I don't know, I really do like the design of this. Moving inside the car, and then once again turning it on, because I'm dying out here with this heat. So much better. It's not the best interior, but then once again, for the price, you know, I kind of expected this, so it's okay. It's nothing out of this world, but honestly, when I'm driving this car, the least of my concerns is the interior. For me, driving this car is just about enjoying it. I actually feel comfortable, so that's a plus. And then just hearing the exhaust note, which I absolutely love. Whenever, I don't know if you guys can see here on camera, I feel like there's, you know, just a lot. Once again, I'm 5'5". Whenever I drive this car at the track with my helmet, I don't feel like claustrophobic. I don't feel like I have to, like, you know, be very careful with this. So I feel like there's just, you know, plenty of room to stretch. Probably someone talking stay here just fine without having an issue. Okay, so now that we're done with this, let me move the car back inside the garage and I can tell you more about how it drives on the street and out in the track. Okay, so first off, I have to say, when this car was stock, I remember that it drove fine. There was just some certain tweaks there, like it had some body roll, like the steering response wasn't exactly how I wanted to, but that's exactly where I did these modifications. Once I did the lowering springs, that really helped a lot, and then once I started doing the other suspension upgrades on it, it helped even more. Now I have to say that this is a pretty good daily driver. I was about to say excellent, but I have to think, for a performance car, it's really comfortable. You could still feel the road, but the suspension isn't like as harsh that'll just make you be like, no, I cannot do this. I feel that you could probably daily this car to work. I don't listen to the radio because the exhaust note is my radio in this car. I just wish it could be a little bit louder, and it is already a little bit louder because I did do the resonator delete, so it just increased the volume a little bit more, but the tone and the pitch is still the same. Now as far as steering response, it's pretty good. I really do like it. I feel like whenever I just turn it to the left a little bit, you have to be very careful, because if you just turn it to the left, a little bit to the right, the whole car is going with you, and that is excellent. I absolutely love that. So driving it in the city, I think it's just excellent. Now at the track, with all the suspension upgrades, with all of the aero that I've added to this car, I really do like it. The tires as well, because I really wasn't a fan of the Pilot Super Sports. I felt like those tires were just, I don't know, they were just, I could hear them. They were like sliding all the time, and I just wasn't a fan of them. But once I switched to these Goodyear ones, I absolutely love it. I feel the aero. Everything that I've done, each time that I've taken it to the track and just added a bit more, then it's just felt so much better. It feels very planted. This car taking slow turns, slow tight turns, it feels so smooth, it feels so flat, it feels so balanced. Taking it at higher speeds, it feels good, but it's not the best. It feels, this car shines better at tracks that are just more slower and tighter turns. So I really do like it. I always have a blast for it. It doesn't have a lot of torque though, but then again, that's not the reason why I enjoy this car. I just enjoy it because of the high revving engine. I really like how it performs, and I don't know, it just brings a smile to me every single time that I drive it, either whether on the street or at the track. Okay, so now on to the question, which car do I prefer, either the Camaro Zl1 or the Shelby Gt350? And my answer to that is both. And I know that's probably not the answer that you guys were expecting, but it's the truth. Sometimes I just want to drive a torquey, powerful race car, or sometimes I just want to drive a more chilled, high revving mechanical car. It just really depends on my mood. It really depends on the day, on just what I feel like driving. Now at the track, I have to say that both of these cars are pretty damn great. I always have a great time with all of them. It just depends what track. Like I said, some tracks favor the Shelby Gt350, other tracks favor the Camaro Zl1, but that's with any car. I'm absolutely in love with both of them, and I don't know, I really like it, and I just wouldn't be able to choose. So now you guys know. Let me know your opinions. Which one would you guys take, either the Shelby Gt350 or the Camaro Zl1? I'd love to know. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.